Now, I know it's early on, details are emerging, but if independent journalist and a man who I consider to be my friend, Nick Sortor, was arrested by Portland police, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the police made a big mistake. Viva Fry, former Montreal litigator turned current Florida rumbler. In my home office, I'm about to do an interview with Dinesh D'Souza about his upcoming documentary, The Dragon Prophecy. As I'm sitting there eating lunch, and it was a delicious sandwich. It's called The Terminator. I got it on a croissant. It was magnificent. I'm reading news about how Nick Sortor was arrested the other night in Portland, Oregon, while he was documenting protests outside an ICE facility, and I don't know the details yet. All that I know is that I know Nick Sortor very well. If he got arrested, someone did something stupid, and no, it wasn't Nick Sortor. But if you haven't heard about the incident, let's just hear what the Communist News Network, CNN, has to say about it as per their reporting, which is stellar, as usual. I'm being sarcastic. It's crap. Conservative influencer Nick Sortor released after arrest in fight outside Portland ICE building, police say. Updated 1 hour, 17 minutes ago by Andy Rose. First of all, I love the fact that they tell you it has been updated, but they don't tell you the nature of the update. I went through this article to see what information was updated in this article from the original. I can't tell. Maybe I'm missing something, or maybe they don't actually identify what they're updating when they update, but set that aside. Conservative influencer? Mr. Andy Rose is calling one of the best independent journalists out there a conservative influencer. How haughty, how arrogant, how condescending can a so-called journalist be to refer to Nick Sortor as a conservative influencer? No, Andy Rose, he is a true journalist. Much more than I can say about you. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Andy Rose. I don't know him very well, but your headline sucks garbage. Let's hope the body of the article gets a little better, although my hopes are not high. A conservative influencer who this week posted videos of clashes outside the Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility in Portland, Oregon, has been released without bond after he was arrested late Thursday night during what police characterized as a fight. Oh, that's very nice. The Portland police characterize it as a fight. I have no doubt it was a fight and not Nick Sortor, a true independent journalist, being assaulted by, I don't know, Antifa thugs? I don't know, anti-ICE thugs? Yeah, it was a fight because Nick Sortor just shows up on locations looking for fights. Nick Sortor, 27, of Washington, D.C., was arrested on suspicion of second-degree disorderly conduct, a misdemeanor, along with 2 people from Oregon, the Portland Police Bureau said early Friday in a news release. After an earlier incident in which federal law enforcement briefly detained 2 other people during a scuffle, the Portland Police Bureau said it, quote, continued to monitor the situation and responded after seeing additional fights break out, end quote. A Bureau rapid response team arrested Sortor and the 2 Oregonians, police said. Yeah, you know, the conservative influencer has the habit of going to these places to document things that are going on in real time, like an independent journalist. The conservative influencer goes to East Palestine to document what's going on there, Lahaina, Hawaii, to document what's going on there. No, he went to Portland, Oregon to get into a fight outside an ICE facility. I know exactly what happened. Nick Sortor was assaulted, and when he defended himself, they arrested him for defending himself against thugs. In Sortor's view, local police, quote, made a big freaking mistake, end quote. He wrote of the arrest Friday morning on his X account. Quote, you proved what we've all been saying for years. You're corrupt and controlled by violent Antifa thugs who terrorize the streets, end quote. While police did not detail the altercation that led to Sortor's arrest, well, isn't that convenient? His case immediately created a stir against Portland police in conservative social media. Quote, they will arrest an independent journalist but not violent Antifa members who assault cops and journalists, end quote. Posted the account founded by influencer Shia Raichik. That is 100% accurate. It's also known as anarcho-tyranny. Going after the law-abiding citizens while defending the criminal thugs. That's what's going on in Canada. That's what's going on in hellholes like this place, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, San Francisco. They go after the law-abiding citizens. They go after the Daniel Pennies who restrain a man on a subway who was threatening people on the subway, and they let the criminals run free until they murder people on subways. But why would the so-called conservative influencer have been outside this ICE building in Portland, Oregon? Not because he was doing independent journalism. Oh, that's right, he was doing independent journalism, documenting what was going on outside those ICE facilities. The ICE building in South Portland has been the latest flashpoint in a city with a long history of loud and sometimes violent protests, as the Trump administration has made Portland a key target in its broader crime crackdown in large Democratic-led cities. Sortor was detained just hours before a federal judge is scheduled to hear arguments on whether to block President Donald Trump's National Guard call out in Portland, citing the need to protect ICE facilities from protesters. Well, Portland protesters and corrupt police, congratulations on proving exactly why Donald John Trump needs to deploy the National Guard to protect ICE facilities in Portland, Oregon. But before we get to the incident itself, let's go see some of that conservative influencing that Nick Sortor was doing. And by that, I mean actual journalism. Let's see what he was reporting outside that ICE facility moments before he was arrested for allegedly getting into an altercation, which I have no doubt was the actual end result of him being assaulted.
Oh, get him, yeah! That's a fuck around and find out right there. Beautiful, beautiful, oops, beautiful.
Nick Sortor at Nick Sortor, FAFO alert. A degenerate leftist just jumped onto federal property at the Portland ICE facility and challenged agents to, quote, do something about it, end quote. And they did quickly, laughing emoji. Dude ended up on the pavement, arrested, and dragged into the facility. Beautiful, fire emoji. A little later on, Nick Sortor at Nick Sortor. Now, patriots have shown up outside the Portland ICE facility, holding up a sign saying, quote, thank you for your dedication and hard work, end quote. Quote, we appreciate you, end quote. And of course, Antifa clowns are melting down over it, yelling at them. But these patriots are standing strong. American flag, heart emoji. Well, I guess the Antifa thugs did in fact have something of a meltdown, because one of the very next tweets is Nick Sortor being walked off in cuffs, and the tweet to that video reads as follows. Nick Sortor at Nick Sortor. Hey, at Portland Police, you made a big freaking mistake. You proved what we've all been saying for years. You're corrupt and controlled by violent Antifa thugs who terrorize the streets. You thought arresting me would make me shut up and go away? You couldn't have been more wrong. Nick Sortor at Nick Sortor. I kept this flag and I will bring it home with me. At Bill Milligan _ took this photo shortly after my release from jail this morning. American flag emoji. In another tweet retweeted by Nick Sortor from Fox News, Bill Milligan _ quote, what's your message to Portland police and the city leaders of Portland after your arrest, end quote. Nick Sortor, quote, this is going to backfire on them tremendously, end quote. Quote, they take the side of violent criminals that are here every single day assaulting ICE officers, assaulting journalists, end quote. Quote, they just proved the point that all of us have been saying, end quote.
What's your message to Portland police and the city leaders of Portland after your arrest?
Look, this is going to backfire on them tremendously. It already is, okay? People knew that something out here stunk and that it was corrupt and that the police they take the side of the violent criminals that are here every single day, assaulting ICE officers, assaulting journalists. And then a reporter comes and, tries to embed deep within the chaos that's going in out here, and he's the one that gets arrested. They just proved the point that all of us have been saying. It's no longer a conspiracy theory.
In an earlier tweet, Nick Sortor tweets, breaking, Attorney General Pam Bondi has ordered a full investigation led by Assistant AG Harmeet Dillon of the Portland Police Bureau following my wrongful arrest last night, Bondi confirmed to me. FAFO at Portland Police, at AG Pam Bondi personally called me to deliver this news, and I'm incredibly grateful to her for doing so. The Trump DOJ will not allow Portland Police to continue to do the bidding of Antifa. I have given Pam Bondi grief where I think that she deserves it, and I will give her credit where I know that she deserves it. This is indeed a good move, and for those of you who think, oh, I don't know, maybe Nick Sortor is exaggerating, well, he just retweeted a tweet from Harmeet Dillon, and that tweet reads as follows. AAG Harmeet Dillon at AAG Dillon. Portland, it's FO time. Buckle up. Oh my goodness, it's a thing of beauty. For those of you who don't know what the FO stands for, I'll tell you in 1 second. After you subscribe and turn on notifications and drop a comment in the comment section below. If you like what I do, it's the least you can do. It's free, it's easy, and it will help the channel grow. But the FO is the FO in FAFO. And for those of you who don't know, earmuffs if you are averse to swear words. It means fuck around, find out. And right now, Portland police are in the finding out section of the FAFO for what they did to Nick Sortor. You gotta love it. It's great that he wasn't injured, and my goodness, these things go south and get violent quickly. The fact that he was only involved in a small scuffle, presumably as a result of him being attacked and him defending himself. He didn't spend too much time in jail. He didn't get assaulted by the police officers. So this is minimal damage to Nick Sortor, but my goodness, it's going to be maximum learning curve for the Portland police. That is the story. We'll see where it goes from here, and I'll see if I can get Nick on to talk about it. But if you like what I do, you know what to do, yada, yada, yada. Exercise, eat healthy, sunlight, talk to people in real life, and now you know your vlog. Peace out, peeps. Booyah!
All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.